How's it, Indian Cowboy? Thursday, September 22nd. Hope you guys are doing great. Let's go ahead and talk about the games that you guys want to talk about tonight or this weekend. I'll try not to duplicate. I'll try to not duplicate any one of our premium selections and make sure that we don't give that out to make our clients upset. But yeah, hope you guys are doing well. Let's get to it. Go ahead and toss in the games that you want to talk about here, and I'll start talking about the games. The games that we need to kind of avoid. I'll tell you the games that I have pegged that we kind of want to avoid here. I can't talk about Arkansas, Texas A&M, Browns, Steelers, Colts, Chiefs, Vikings, Lions, Broncos, 49ers. That's our top play, actually. And the Giants and the Cowboys. But we can talk about anything else that you guys want to talk about. So go ahead and toss the games over for me, and I'll start getting to you. Go Steelers tonight. How about Tech versus Virginia tonight? Steven, I just did a free play on that, and we are on West Virginia tonight. Check out today's video. I believe West Virginia will win. They have the better coaching. They're 1-2. Keep in mind that they don't have a big Division I win yet. They beat Townsend, but and I don't think West Virginia is that good, honestly. I like So I'm sorry, not West Virginia. I don't think that Virginia Tech is that good. I like West Virginia to win today. So game number one. I'm not going to count this, but I do like West Virginia minus the 2.5 today, which was our free play. I believe West Virginia will do well, and I believe West Virginia will win today. And I think they had two really good losses against Kansas and Houston, but they're actually good teams. So keep that in mind. Travis, Houston versus Chicago. This must be football. Let's hop on over there. So this game is obviously Sunday. Total is at 39, went up to 40.5. The most of the public is on the under. And then you have an 0-1 team and a 1-1 team. What's interesting is Houston is 0-1, right? They lost 9-16 to Denver, and they tied Indianapolis. But I think the Houston offense is probably going to bounce back here. And Houston only had 154 passing yards last game. Mills went 19 for 38, just a really bad game against Denver. I think he plays much better. I also think that the Bears obviously come off a 10-27 loss against Green Bay. That's probably expected, considering that Fields went 7 for 11. I mean, the guy threw for 70 yards and one touchdown, or no touchdowns and one interception. I think what you're going to see here is a higher scoring affair. I think Chicago is going to let it fly, if you will, and therefore I like Houston to do well. Honestly, the real lean here is probably Houston, and I also like the over. But I think Houston's clearly the better team. So my lean is definitely Houston Texans for sure. Did I just give a premium play away? No, I did not. Good. All right, moving on here. Fading Chicago. Yeah, I think that's the right answer. Zach. Travis, hope you're doing well, man. LA, Arizona. Jonathan, I did that game earlier in the week. I like LA and Arizona under the posted total. I think Arizona figured out their defense in the second half of the last game. They didn't give up. They only gave up 3 points to Vegas in the second half, or maybe it was an overtime only. But the second half they gave up like 3 points after giving up 20 points in the first half. I also think LA is going to bounce back as well. LA did not have a great game in their last contest against the Bills. So given the fact that they're going to bounce back against the Bills, given the fact that Arizona is going to bounce back on defense, I think they figured something out against Vegas in the second half. I like the under in that game. Thank you for everything you do. I appreciate it, Best Fleeter. Thank you. Illinois, Chattanooga. What Illinois, Chattanooga? Oh, sorry, college football. Got it. Yeah, so that's tonight. I did give two thoughts between West Virginia, Virginia Tech, and Coastal Carolina, Georgia State on today's video, so be sure to check that out. The total here is about 44.5. It's an interesting game, right? Illinois, a 21-point chalk. Chattanooga's 3-0. That can't be right. Chattanooga's not 3-0. The website I'm looking at is wrong. Chattanooga is 3-0. I really don't know. Illinois, on the other hand, I think they played Division I schools, which is why I don't see the actual scores here. Hold on. Yeah, that's the reason why they play Division I schools. Yeah, they beat North Alabama, they beat Eastern Illinois, and they beat Wofford 31-0. Have these two teams met before? They have not. Illinois beat Virginia 24-3. They have Wisconsin on deck. They lost to Indiana by 3. They beat Wyoming 38-6. So interesting. It's interesting. you know, Chattanooga covered against Western Kentucky and Kentucky last year. The total is low. I think this game probably goes under. Think about this. You're seeing a total of 44 and a half, and you're seeing a team 21-point favorite. If you take Chattanooga, you've got half the point total before the game even starts, which is crazy. So I think just the way that the line is shaped up, I like Chattanooga, Illinois under the posted total, pretty decent amount today. I think Illinois will play great defense. I think Chattanooga doesn't want this to be a high scoring game, and therefore I wouldn't be surprised at all if this game goes under. College leans today. Let's see here. Thank you for everything you do. I should just started watching you 2 weeks ago, and I love your takes. Keep up the great. I appreciate it, Ryan. Thank you, man. Happy Thursday, such a special day. Yes, Caleb. Yes, absolutely. Jonathan Lewis, MLB. Our one MLB lean on the daily video. Toss me the game, Jonathan. I'll try to get to it. But our lean today was on Houston and Baltimore under. That was and then our daily video, the free picks on West Virginia, and I really like Coastal Carolina, Georgia over as well. But college leans today. Those were our leans, Franco. Jonathan Lewis, what's up? I see Pirates Cubs. Sure. So let's talk about the Pirates Cubs here. What you have here is obviously the totals is around 7.5. It's interesting to see the Pirates favored over anybody, especially given that they have 9 less wins than the Cubs. The Pirates lost 2-14 in an embarrassing fashion yesterday. They had a horrible trip in New York. They had a horrible trip against the Yankees. They have to bounce back today. That's the reason why the total is the way it is. As far as Hayden Wesniewski is concerned, he went 7-3-1 against Colorado, 3-4-3 against San Francisco. He's actually a pretty good pitcher. He has a 2.3 ERA, and yet he is the underdog today against Mitch Keller, who comes in. Keller, went 2-3-1 against the Cubs last time, 6-5-3 against the Mets, 7-2-0 against St. Louis, 6-5-0 against the Mets. He's a phenomenal pitcher. He dominated the Mets. I mean, this guy's the bright spot on this team. He dominated St. Louis. He dominated the Mets. So as far as he went to Baltimore on the road and gave up 1 run in 6 innings, that's the reason why Pittsburgh is favored. And at the end of the day, he's got a 4.03 ERA, but he can be lights out when he wants to be. Game number 4, lean, is on the Pirates. Moving on here, game number 5. What's up, Byron? Yep, Tony, I hope that helps, man. Be sure to like the video if you enjoy the content. Michigan, Maryland. So as far as Michigan, Maryland is concerned, make sure I don't have a play on this, or our football team doesn't have a play on this. They do not. So Michigan, Maryland, total sitting at 64.5. Seems like a high total, right? But Maryland beat SMU 34-27 last game, 56-21 against Charlotte, 31-10 against Buffalo. They're 3-0. They're looking good, right? Michigan is 3-0. Michigan beat this team 59-18 last year. They absolutely demolished them. Michigan won 59-0 against Connecticut as a 47.5 chalk. They beat Hawaii 56-10, and they beat CSU 51-7. So now what happens here? This is the first conference game, though, so that's a little scary. I think Maryland gets up for this game. I think Maryland remembers the ugly, ugly loss they took against Michigan last year. Remember, the reason why Maryland lost so bad last year was Michigan had just come off a couple of bad losses or games, and then they absolutely demolished Maryland that game. I think Maryland remembers that loss, and I think remember, to going into the number 4 team in the land, and you're only a 17-point dog, that's not that bad. And most of the public, of course, is on Michigan. It's a great public fade as well. Moving on here. Let's see. Washington State game. And this will be the last game. Rob's game will be the last game. We'll try to get to the other games tonight. I'll try to do another live show at 9:30 in a couple hours. Oregon, Washington State, 2-1 team versus a 3-0 team. Yeah, I mean, Oregon, won 38-24 last year. They just beat BYU 41-20. They beat Eastern Washington 70-14 with their new coach. The only hiccup they had was that ugly 3-49 loss to Georgia. But now this is his first conference game. Washington State off of a 38-7 win over Colorado State. Beat Wisconsin 17-14 and a 17.5 point dog. They have Cal on deck. But make no mistake, Oregon wants to win, obviously. But I think Oregon is the better team. I think Oregon, they got a big win in their last game. But I think the difference here is this new coach wants to win his first conference game by a wide margin. And I think he wants to win his first conference game. I think Washington State can be a decent dog, and I can see this game going over 2. But I think Washington State, people are valuing them too high. I don't think their win against Wisconsin was as impressive as the fact that I think Wisconsin just came out super flat, right? So therefore, I sort of like Oregon as the favorite there. There you go. That's your video for today. Let me recap it for you. Be sure to just hit up the video in detail if you want the detail analysis. But game number 1 is going to be on Houston Texans, small lean on the over as well. Game number 2, I like LA and Arizona in the NFL under. I like Chattanooga and Illinois under tonight. I like the Pirates. I like Maryland in football, and I like Oregon. Take a good look at the Pirates tonight too. But those are your 6 games today. Hopefully that was helpful to you. I will do another live show tonight at 9:30. Let's see here. Coastal Carolina thoughts. Hey, Brian, I gave it on the daily video. I lean on the over in that game, and I explained it to you there. And I think, let me block some spam, or not block, but yeah, looks like there's some spam here. Okay, thank you, KG. Anything else? Yep, I will try to do some other stuff for you guys tonight. Okay, hope you guys do well. Hope you enjoyed the video. Those are your 6 games, and I'll talk to you guys tonight. Take care.